Hi guys, welcome back for another Star Trek, the official Starships collection review. This time in front of me I have issue 02 of the official Starships collection shuttle pack. It is a 4-pack of Shuttlecraft from Next Gen, original series, DS9, and of course Voyager. Curiously absent though is the shuttle pod NX-01 shuttle pod from Star Trek Enterprise. Hopefully we will get that in the collection at some point, but for now this is what we've got, and it's rather cool. The last time I did a look and review of the Shuttlecraft Galileo from the original series, and in front of me this time I have issue 02, the Type 6 shuttlecraft from the Next Generation. I believe it was also in several episodes of Star Trek Voyager, at least in the first couple of seasons, and I don't think it was ever on DS9. So we have a little mini magazine here, which is about half the size, a little bit less than half the size, maybe less than that, of the normal magazines that we get with the collection. And as usual, it has a magazine and a model. So I'll put this aside and look at the magazine. It is a Type 6 shuttlecraft, has a nice image of the cover there. It is 6 meters long, has a crew of only 8 maximum, and it is assigned to the USS Enterprise 1701D. As usual, the mini magazine follows the same format as its larger counterparts, with a table of contents and a how to mount your model to the stand, which curiously isn't much of a stand, but I'll get to that in a moment. And then of course it jumps right into the little history about the shuttle, and along with a nice couple of images there. Doesn't have a whole lot. It is the most commonly used shuttlecraft on the Enterprise D, and that was a Type 6 personnel shuttle. Turning the page, you have some more imagery there from various episodes the shuttle has appeared in, along with a little brief history. And curiously to note that this shuttlecraft, the one that you see Scotty in, or leaving the Enterprise D in, is actually the shuttlecraft that's in the collection. So that's kind of cool. The Shuttlecraft Goddard. So yeah, that's kind of neat. And you turn the page, and you get a nice acoudogram there, which is also in the box with the shuttlecraft, so that's neat. So showing you where things are approximately. And that's the magazine. On the back it has a nice forward view of the shuttlecraft. Not very much to talk about in there. It's just a little brief bio, a few pictures, etc. And now on to the model itself. As usual, they all come in the box, and these shuttlecraft are no exception. Please excuse the windy noise. My window is open just a crack, and that's why it sounds like it's a horror story in here. So, here is the Shuttlecraft Goddard, and I have to say, it is rather impressive. Very nice, very heavy for what it is and its size. The top is primarily metal, of course, the rear cabin part, and this is metal too. Curiously, it's a lot of metal in this model. You got your clear blue on the warp nacelle field grills there. And of course, that's the hatch to get into the compartment area. You have your impulse engines there, and your phaser strips on the front of the nacelles there. Very, very nice detail. The bottom has a little detail as well. It's just very nice. This is a ship that has been released a couple of times before. Maybe not necessarily in the scale or scope of detail, but it has been released as a Micro Machines toy, and there might be a future model. Of course, let's not forget the massive Playmates toy that we all had as a kid. I know I had one. I wish I had it now, but yeah, this is really, really nice. You got your Starfleet emblems on there. You have your Enterprise D registry, nice and clear and crisp, and you have the shuttlecraft name there, Goddard. Camera won't focus, but it is there. It's right here, as well as it's also on the other side. and they're on the front of the ship. So this is a really nice model. I'm very happy with it. Very, very cool. Very, very happy with it. I can't think of anything that I would say that could be different about this one. Upon looking at all the shuttles in this set, I would say this is probably, if not the second best of the set. So, yeah. So I hope you like the shuttlecrafts, and if you are a subscriber of the collection, a little bit of bad news. What you're going to have to do is go onto the website, Eaglemoss's website, and order these separately because this was not offered as a part of the collection. So you kind of had to go out of your way and order it. Is it worth the $85 or $65 to $85 price tag for a set of 4 shuttles and 4 mini magazines? Probably not. As being a diehard Star Trek fan, I would have gotten it regardless. Interestingly enough, I ended up with two sets because the post office lost my last set, and so Eaglemoss was awesome in sending me a replacement, and now I just kind of have an extra set lying around. It wasn't intentional, by the way. And as usual, I forgot to mention this, that the models also come with a stand. Shuttlecraft Goddard, same format, a little bit smaller than the average stand. And then now onto the stand that I mentioned earlier. As usual, it would go into the base of the included stand, but the problem is that there is nothing to hold this model in place. And here, in this part of the country where it is known to have a lot of seismic activity, otherwise known as earthquakes, which we don't get them very often, so I don't want to scare anybody. But one little shake and they fall. So that was kind of like a bad blooper on Eaglemoss's part. But other than that, the model is nice, and I'm grateful it is part of the collection. I hope to maybe possibly see the NX-01 shuttle pod, the Ferengi shuttle, who knows. So yeah, that's issue 02 of the Shuttlecraft series, and I look forward to sharing with you the Defiant shuttle next time. Live long and prosper.